How's it going, everyone? ND Sean 45 coming at you. First things first, I hope all of you are having a great off season, and I hope you're all doing well personally. Now, some of you might be wondering, hey Sean, where have you been, man? We hardly ever see you on here anymore. Where'd you go? Well, like I said in my last video, well, the last video that I appeared in, that is, that's just how my off seasons usually are. I'm very quiet. I don't do much on here. I just pretty much take it easy, and pretty much until next season gets underway. But of course, maybe I might do a video about spring practice. I don't know yet, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But that's just normally how it plays out. I mean, now granted, I know there's more going on in the world of sports, obviously. I mean, the NBA is still going on, the NHL, baseball's going to be starting up here pretty soon. March Madness is right around the corner, and the Olympics are going on right now. But the thing is, football is my itch. That's what I like to discuss the most. All those other sports, I'm not the best at talking about. You know, football is what I feel that I'm the best at. But for what it's worth, hey, go Bulls, go Blackhawks, go Cubs, even though I'm not expecting much out of them, and go Team USA. But yeah, that's just how things worked out, guys. But anyway, I know this is late, but I just wanted to get on here for a few minutes and talk about Notre Dame's 2014 recruiting class. Now, a buddy of mine asked me earlier today via email. He made the comment, well, more like a question, I should say, asking me, hey, Sean, what do you think about Notre Dame's lack of star power in this year's class? Well, to be honest with you, I really don't see much of a lack in star power. I mean, now granted, we didn't really have hardly. I think we only had one 5-star, but really, I'm very satisfied with the guys we did get. I mean, there's a lot of talent there. Now, granted, of course, I would love to have a recruiting class that's full of blue-chip 5-star players, but you know, that's just not how it works out for everybody. I mean, now, I know, you know, Alabama and Tennessee and Florida, you know, those are the guys that always get a bunch of 5-stars year in and year out. But still, though, that doesn't mean that a team who gets pretty much nothing but 3 and 4 stars can't win. You know, I mean, you can turn a 4-star player into 5-star talent, no problem if you develop him right. And so far, Brian Kelly has done a pretty solid job developing players in his tenure at Notre Dame. Now, is every player a guarantee? Absolutely not. But you know, that's just where, you know, we pretty much just have to wait and see on some of these guys. But anyway, breaking down the class, I really thought that Brian Kelly did a great job, put together another very solid class, finished in the top 10, depending on what website you follow. But now, when you look at this list of players, there is a lot of talent, but not just talent, but depth as well. And no, there really aren't any, you know, fun toys that, for lack of a better term, that Brian Kelly was able to sign. You know, obviously we missed out on guys like Juju Williams and Terrence Alexander and Micaiah Quick, but even though we didn't get those guys, I'm still very happy with what we did get. I mean, those guys would have been just an added bonus, in my opinion. But looking at the talent that we did get, one thing that I have to say that I was very impressed with Brian Kelly's recruiting job is that not only did he get talent, but he really did a great job at filling positions that really needed help in, and a lot of holes to fill. The defensive line was the #1 spot, I think, with Stephon Tuitt and Louis Nix going to the NFL. We got six recruits that were defensive line, and of course the key guys to me that stand out in that group. Daniel Cage, in my opinion, the surprise signee of the day, because I know it came down to between us and who was the other school? Well, I can't think of it at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it was a Big Ten school. Then you have guys like Jay Hayes, Grant Blankenship, Andrew Trumbetti, who was already enrolled at Notre Dame. You know, it's not going to be surprising to see these guys get a lot of playing time early with the departures of Nix and Tuitt, which they're pretty much going to have to play anyway. But no, these guys, from what I've seen from their high school highlights, nice physical size, agility, strength. These guys, in my opinion, have a lot of potential to do some great things for Notre Dame in the years to come. But of course, it's just, with these guys along with any of the other recruits at other positions, it's no different. The college game is a lot faster, a lot different than high school, and it's going to take some getting used to for these guys. So we'll just have to wait and see how they play out, but my confidence with them turning out well is pretty high. Offensive side of the ball, offensive lineman, that was another position of need that, well, we always had depth at offensive line, but to keep the depth and the talent coming in, you know, another solid class. Key guys that stand out to me are guys like Quentin Nelson and Alex Bars, big physical guys, push anybody around. Some real nice signings there. Then also, two guys that stand out are a couple of Illinois guys. Niles Morgan, who was the prize jewel of the whole class at linebacker. Very quick, very fast, can hit hard, and his pursuit to the ball is just unbelievable from what I saw in his highlight reel from high school. And then Niles Sykes, another solid linebacker. And watching these guys line up alongside Jalen Smith for the next 2 or 3 years, it's going to be pretty awesome. Have a chance to be one of the best linebacker corps in the country. But of course, I know you guys expect me to say that because I'm, you know, a Notre Dame fan, and these videos are biased. But in all honesty, I wouldn't say something if I didn't think it was true, or if it wasn't, if the possibility was not there, you know, for lack of a better term. But if I really didn't feel this way, I wouldn't say it. But we definitely got a lot of talent in this class, and I see the potential with a lot of these guys. But going back to the recruits, other key guys were quarterback Deshaun Kaiser, pro-style quarterback, but he's got the tools to run a spread offense. Big physical quarterback. I wouldn't expect to see him take over the starting role for at least another couple of years because, well, we got Everett Golson coming back for at least 2 more years, and then you got Malik Zaire after him. And but then again, I don't know what exactly is going to happen after Golson leaves. It could end up being a quarterback battle between Kaiser and Malik Zaire. But you know what? That's way too far down the road. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But another important member of this recruiting class was wide receiver Justin Brent. Along with Alex Trembetti, they both enrolled early at Notre Dame. And you know, from watching Justin Brent, I mean, all I know is he comes from the perfect town, Speedway, Indiana. And that's I know it sounds kind of like a cliche here, but I've seen this kid on tape. He's fast. He has good hands. He can just make plays happen. So he's going to be a lot of fun to watch too in this receiving corps for the next couple of years to come. So yeah, guys. With that said, there's really not much more I can say about this class. I was very satisfied with it. I can't wait to see you know, all the pieces of the puzzle get put together. And obviously, I'm not going to give any predictions about this upcoming season because it's way too early. But I really see these guys fitting in well, and you know, Brian Kelly getting the right kind of guys in there, you know, to make this spread offense happen and get this team back to its glory days. I mean, we're getting closer one step at a time. Because you know, if we can go you know, 9-4 with a quarterback that wasn't made for this system, then think of what we can do when the pieces are all put together. You know, but we'll just have to wait and see on that. But overall, I was pretty satisfied with this class. I was really happy that there were no unfortunate surprises this year, no guys going anywhere else. All our verbal commitments signed. You know, all the guys we did miss out on, they were never committed to us. So, so the next step, and I'm not trying to be negative here, but the next step is getting these guys on campus, in class, and on the practice field. Then I'll be 100% satisfied. But like, of course, like I said, with a few transfers and whatnot happening in the past couple of years, it's got me on edge a little bit. So, and we also have to remember too, these guys are still just kids, and you know, they're really starting to make adult decisions for the first time. And that's not a knock on those kids. It's just, it's a fact of life. You know, I mean, when you're the first 18 years of your life, everyone's making your decisions for you, and then when you get thrust into the fire to make your own, it's you know. But I'm not going to give a lecture here on life. I'm just saying that I'll be more comfortable once these guys get to campus and all that. So anyway, with that, guys, that's really all I have for you in this video. Again, very satisfied with this recruiting class. Brian Kelly did a great job at filling positions of need, and we can only get better from here. We might have a few stumbles along the way, who knows, but college football is such an unpredictable sport. You never know what's going to happen, but I'm feeling pretty good about the 2014 Fighting Irish. And to all the new guys, welcome to South Bend, welcome to Notre Dame. So with that said, guys, this is ND Sean 45 signing off. Go Irish!